Okay, Anne is our most treated patient with Yesira. We've been treating her now for 2.5 years. She's one of the first people we ever work with. And after her second visit, she came in and she said, I have sensation on my feet. And she had no sensation there before from the knees down, so we followed her up. And the other videos basically show that sensation came back in the arch and then went to it just spread out over the whole foot up the knees. So now you tell your story right now as far as what the sensations and what your feet used to feel like.
In the beginning, my feet were cold and wet. I felt like I had wet gym socks on. It was, uncomfortable. After treatment, I have now warm feet. I have sensations, and you can tickle them, which I hadn't had my feet tickled in 10 years or more, so that was exciting, kind of.
Okay, and the light touch sensation now is present pretty much from the knees down, just missing in the tips of 2 toes?
Correct.
Okay. Now you still wear some specialized shoes.
I do.
So for walking, you still feel the need for that.
Well, they stabilize.
They stabilize you. Okay. But before, it's like you had no sensation, so that was what allowed you to walk.
Right.
Okay. Has your gait improved, or is the gait about the same?
The gait's about the same because the rheumatoid arthritis in the back is still extremely prominent and doesn't seem to get much relief. Okay.
And so as great as it was for the peripheral neuropathies, you've been treating medically for rheumatoid arthritis.
Yes.
If you take an x-ray of her shoulder, it's like there's no shoulder joint. That's how bad her rheumatoid was. And bottom line is, your rheumatoid hasn't really gotten worse.
No.
It just hasn't really changed or improved a lot.
Right. Because of the miracle drugs that I get infused monthly, the rheumatoid has not gone into the terrible, awful deformities that it could.
Okay. And, of course, the other perspective is this. In functional preventative medicine, if you maintain somebody and they don't get worse,
right,
it's difficult to say, well, what would have happened had I not maintained it?
Correct.
In other words, if we gave you a supplement to prevent you from getting a heart attack and you never had the heart attack, you'd never know if the supplement worked. So this is a catch-22.
Right.
And that's why a lot depends upon subjective symptoms. In your case, her objective findings were total loss of sensation in the legs. You
Right.
treated with a neurologist for how long?
10 years?
10 years. And you had no positive changes as far as the peripheral neuropathy from the knees down in 10 years? And the neurologist, when everything started coming back, don't worry about it, what did he say?
He said, yes, I had improved. So,
Right.
And he was amazed.
Yeah. Okay. So that ends our story. We're now 2 years. She hasn't come in really much in the last 6 months, and it hasn't deteriorated. And that's the most important part. In other words, it's not like the sensation started coming back. With allergies, we find if people treat once or twice, the allergies tend to come back. But if they treat 3 to 6 times over a period of 6 months, they tend to stay clear very long term. Thank you, Anne. Anything else you'd like to say?
No, life's great.
Life's great. I like that.